Hello, beautiful people from YouTube. My name is Christian, and today I'm talking about Tone. I love this book. This is an age gap book. This is about Tone and Mackenzie. Now, it was pretty weird in the beginning, I admit, because Tone and Mackenzie parents are best friends since they were very young. Now, her dad and Tone grew up together in elementary, and they were best friends, and then got into high school. He fell in love with her mom, but so as her dad. And they're like, you know what? You two were meant to be together. But he always had a crush on her mom just because she was beautiful and everything. But of course nothing happened. They didn't have an affair, nothing like that. So her mom got in an accident and in a coma since she was very young. So her dad was lost because, like I said, they grew up all together. And since her dad and her mom were in a coma, her dad was super lost. And, you know, he was there and trying to help him out. Not only that, her dad was in a rock and roll band. They were hitting it big, doing concerts and everything. And he knew that she couldn't be there, but he wanted really all there, plus doing so many different things for the band. So he raised her as a young child. And that one, it shows a little bit of him raising her. So it would go back like age 9, so many years ago and all that. So her dad and her mom were teen parents. Not really teen parents, but they were like 17, 18 years old. So they were all kids. And she loved her uncle. You know, she grew up calling him uncle, even though they're not related at all. But she grew up living with him because the dad was always on tour. So something happened earlier in the book that the mom she fainted or something, and she was in a coma. So that way her dad, you know, her dad wasn't out there, so he raised her practically by himself because her dad wouldn't read her. He was lost. He is still lost throughout the book. He wants his wife back. So you could see him like showing her how to ride a bike, showing her like how to walk because she was a baby, showing her how to walk, how to ride a bike. Her first word was his name, and so everything is like together. So they had to live together again, and she really, really loved her uncle. Like, really loved him. It gets to the point that she wants to be with him. But even though they're not related, but she was raised by him, so it's a little bit weird. So, uncle, her, you know, the dad best friend, could not be with her because, you know, he see her in so many different ways as a child, as a toddler, as a little girl, and now an adult, 17-year-old teenager. And she having a crush on him, and of course he got like, no, it can't happen, but he felt the same way about her, and he knows that he couldn't be with his best friend's daughter. And they put it amazing because then he would like constantly like no, but she would always like, yes, I want to be with you, yes, I want you. And here's the thing, she don't have a mind as a 17-year-old child. She have a mind of like a 26-year-old adult, because she grew up really fast. She grew up in a tour bus. Besides living with him, she grew up in a tour bus with all these rock and roll people. They were drinking drugs in the bus and everything. So she grew up pretty fast. So her mind is very adult-like. So going back to the book, she always have a crush on her uncle, always, and she getting more and more in love with her uncle because what he does for living. He tried to save pets, dogs, cats from people who abuse them, or people who have dog fights. He saved all the dogs. And his mom have a dog shelter that they'll take the dogs and retrain them and give them to loving homes. So, yeah. So, I'm reading it. I say that, but it didn't go back to that. So during the time, she actually told him, hey, I love you, I want to be with you in that way. And he like, no, you can't, I am your uncle, and all that. So when she told him that, right away he called a woman to like get on a date with. And that woman kind of like cuckoo. And he didn't want to do it because if she would go out with that lady, she would always want something more. But he wanted to have a family, but she didn't want to have fun with him. That's what I mean by something more. And so that way, he called her, and it felt weird. So so he called her. It felt weird, the whole thing. So he kind of like get away from me. So he go back home, and he did get phone calls and texts from that crazy lady. So with her part, she like with Tone, she got kind of jealous, which I get, and I didn't know that book was amazing. I love it. So anyway, she get jealous, and here's the thing, he also get jealous because on the senior year on high school. So when she was going to prom, she had a date and everything, but the guy had like a hotel room that she didn't even know about. So, and yeah, she is a virgin. So let me put you out there. And so she's never dated a guy. She's never kissed a guy. She never did anything with a guy. And in that way, he don't want nothing to do with her just because of that reason. And he practically raised her. And here's the thing. The whole time he like, maybe I raised her to be a perfect person for me. So that's what he was thinking, like, I raised her to like what I like. Cause every girl that he ever date don't like what he does for a living, do not want to be with him, like, join me what I do and see what I does. Nobody wants to see what he does. And she does. She loves what he does. She wants to help with the pets and everything. And so, on his mind, he kind of raised her for him. Like, he think, oh my God, I made her to love me for me. And I love the book. And yes, her dad did find out about them. The dad and him beat each other up like crazy. Like crazy. And she had to go to her grandma's, grandma or aunt, and get away from everything. And her mom returned in a coma. And her mom, here's the thing, after they like get away from each other, after the dad find out, of course, they had to like get away, and she had to like not change, but she was different. Even though she was 18, in the time that you see her from the beginning, and the time that the part happened, she grew up a little like more, and she kind of act more adult now. Even though it was only like 4 months that they were apart, but they both needed that. And of course, when she got back right away, she wanted to go see him and everything. And her dad, you know, he was like, okay, fine, I get it, but he didn't like it. So he had to get that his best friend and his daughter out together, and the mom is in a coma. So they got married, had a baby, and I don't know when during that time happened, her mom got out of the coma. And the thing that there was one thing that I wanted. When the mom woke up from the coma, we don't know when she woke up. We don't know how she was, like anything. So, when she had a baby with her uncle, they got married, had a baby. And she had a daughter, actually. So her mom thinks that it's her. And like at the same time, it's sad for her because she did not grow up with the mom. She missed like everything because of the coma. And she kind of get it, but at the same time, it kind of hard because every time she grab the baby and leave, her mom, like, always have a fit with her mom thinks that she is taking away her daughter, and yet that her granddaughter. So they have work to do on that. And so during that time, you see a little bit of who's going to be in the second book. You meet the brother. And the brother is creepy. People think that he's like a killer. A lot. So I cannot wait for book 2. I really, really want to read book 2 like right now. But I gave the book a 5-star rating. This is my first 5-star rating for the year, for the month, and everything. So, yeah, I got one book that I have, and it's going to be a reread, and that is Evermore. This is the only reread that I didn't read, and this is my last book for the month. So, yeah. So again, Torn, 5-star rating. I love it. I want to reread it because it was so good, and I want to read book 2, but that is for next month. So I got my Instagram Goodreads linked below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.